What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of GH. I definitely feel like something is brewing between Lulu and Nathan. That man spent the night. I say, yeah, they definitely chem testing them because I got a feeling something might happen, something might go down because they have been spending a lot of time together. And the fact that I understand he spent the night because he just wanted to make sure that they were good, especially with Valentine being out there and whatnot. But the way they be talking, they act like Valentine gonna hurt Charlotte or something, even though I know they really worried about him taking off with her because they know she will go willingly. So I get it. But that little girl is smart. Charlotte is definitely smart because when Dante popped up and Lulu was wondering if they found Valentine, Charlotte was like, "You're not gonna catch him." Charlotte was like, The only way you're gonna catch her father is if he wants to be caught. Like he's that good, and he is, and Charlotte knows him well. And even Dante knew she was right. And of course, Dante is, worried about this whole Dalton situation because they got Rocco's trial coming up, and Dalton's still missing, and he feel like Sonny could have had something to do with it, which is possible, but he didn't. Little do they know. But I can understand why they would think that, and why ADA Turner would think that. I mean, of course, Sonny's going to be the prime suspect in that case. I mean, he had motive. The man, was messing with his grandson, so of course, gives him the perfect motive to take the man out. Valentine better be happy his ass got the shed. I understand it was cold out there, motherfucker, but you be glad that you got the shed, because he's asking for way too much. Like, the mere fact that Carly's even letting him stay on a property, she can go to prison for a mighty long time. And he's sitting out here, "Oh, I need you to do something for me." Sir, she's done enough. She got you the shed. She got you the leftovers. Be grateful and get out that lady house. I'm just saying. But he wanted her to send a message to Anna, but she said, yeah, that's not going to happen. Anna's out of town. So he was like, well, drop off this key. He wanted her to give Charlotte a key with a blue ribbon on it or whatever. I guess it's like a sign between the two of them to prove that, he's okay and he good or whatever. So she was like, all right, whatever. So she go to Lulu house under the guise to check on them or whatever. And, seeing if Lulu okay and whatnot. And of course, Jack comes over. So Carly sees that as the perfect opportunity to drop the key on the porch. I don't blame Lulu for not wanting Jack to talk to Charlotte. I don't blame her, because no. I mean, it's nothing that she can tell him, but he was such an ass. Like, why would you tell a teenage girl basically that you can't guarantee her father's safety? Why would you tell her that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was such a dickhead move. So I'm glad Lulu kicked his ass out. Charlotte should have never spoken to him in the first place. Like, if Lulu didn't want her talking to him, Charlotte should have respected her mother's wishes on that and stayed out of it. But she did go outside and find the key, so she know her father is okay. And Carly let Valentine know that she dropped the key off. This fool said he found a place to stay. Carly said, where the hell you find to stay? She said, ain't no other room in the house except the attic. And she said, She was like, hell to the devil. Carly was like, I know damn well you ain't thinking you gonna squat in my attic. He said, at least until Anna come back. Well, then you might as well make yourself comfortable, because Anna is indisposed at the moment. Like, baby girl ain't going nowhere anytime soon, so it look like you gonna be bunking at Carly house for quite some time. Carly gonna have herself a housemate. I ain't gonna lie to you. Carly and Valentine teaming up, I didn't see that coming. Like, this is the team up I think I needed. This is the partnership I needed, because to me, they are such an odd pairing, and they're funny together. I know Carly is thinking, like, why the hell did I let this man stay in the shade? I should have just called Jack and had him thrown away. But he's your house guest, treat him nicely now. Get him some heat up there in that attic. The attic can get a little chilly too. Get him some extra cover. I'm just saying. So We finally see Anna. She over here meditating or whatever, and she just going stir crazy in that little room. So apparently somebody looking at her through a two-way mirror and whatnot, and she just getting fed up, letting the person know, like, listen, what the hell y'all want from me? I really want to know who has her. Like, that's what I'm curious about. I wonder if this is a part of Sidwell and Marco's game. Like, did they take her? That's what I'm wondering. Emma, she said that she got a phone call or whatever. She got a call from Anna, but of course it was probably that little voice thingy. Probably that little voice recorder or whatever. You know how they use in the Scream movie. Probably got that. Trying to fake it out, trying to fake her family out, make everybody think she good and whatnot. It was good to see Mac though. Mac felt like he needed to be back because he felt like he might have been spending too much time sitting at Maxie's bedside. He needed to be back in town with the kids and overseeing cases and whatnot. I mean, I get why he was there though. That's your daughter at the end of the day. I mean, naturally, you're going to want to sit by her side and pray and hope that she get better. But 88 Turner, she is hell-bent on taking Sonny down because she pretty much admitted to Molly that she's using Sonny to hope that he slip up and say something to her incriminating. So she's trying to lean into his lust for her or whatever he feel for her. His flirtations or whatever. And Molly let her know. She was like, listen, many of people have tried to take Sonny down. Good luck. But for whatever reason, 88 Turner thinks she's so different from the other prosecutors who tried to take him down. I'm like, you're really not. Like, has she not done her research on Sonny? When it comes down to prosecutors, especially female prosecutors, you might want to do your homework on them. So that way you don't repeat their mistakes. And I feel like it's stupid to give Molly Rocco's case because 88 Turner feel like she can't prosecute that case. Technically, Molly can't prosecute that case either. It's a conflict of interest. That's her cousin. She can't prosecute that. So, of course, 88 Turner was asking Mac, is it possible that Sonny could have killed Dalton or whatever? Mac said, hell yeah. Mac said, absolutely. Because if Sonny had something to do with it, you're not going to find the body. So he was like, listen, Sonny might be charming and all these things, but Mac was like, that man ain't nothing but a criminal. Because we all know Mac ain't got no love lost for Sonny. Any way that Mac could take that man down, he will. Any opening. 88 Turner thinks she got this on lock. I'm like, baby girl, you ain't the first prosecutor and you will not be the last. So anyway, moving on from that. So Britt woke up from her little drunken bender. This heifer had a nerve to try to accuse Jason of drugging her. Jason just rolled his eyes at her like, are you serious? I'm like, Jason, go home. I'm pretty sure your son is probably looking for you. Don't you want to have breakfast with your child rather than deal with that fool? Because she's just talking nonsense. I mean, this man done, gave you your medication. But Jason knew something was wrong with her because she don't usually drink. And the fact that she got pissy drunk, he said, nah, something had to scare your ass to make you drink like that. He said something's up. But naturally, Jason's not going to push her until she's ready to talk because she tried to act like she don't remember the previous night. She remember. She wasn't that damn drunk. She remember about that kiss that she tried to ask him to give her. I feel like Britt needs to just be honest with Jason about this whole situation that she's in because she's in a mess. And Jason has proved several times that she can count on him. So why not just tell him everything that's going on and get him to help? Like, she needs help. There's no way she can go at this alone. And now she's in deeper than she ever was because now she's the leader of this damn thing, of the lab, because Marco done came. Marco is basically his father's errand boy at this point. Because he came over to let Britt know, like, listen, these the keys to the new lab. You're expected there at 9 a.m. the next day. She told me, well, I got to work at GH. He said, no, you going to be your ass at that lab is where you going to be. He said, because basically Sidwell is losing his patience. And he said, you can be replaced because she thinks she irreplaceable. He said, have you seen Dalton? He said, you can be moved. He said, you can be replaced as well. Like, don't keep pushing your luck, basically. Do what they telling you to do. See, this is why Britt just needs to open up to Jason and let him know. Because little does she know, y'all want the same thing. Take down Sidwell. So you might want to get him on board. Because I feel like Britt holds the key to the answers that Sonny and everybody needs to take Sidwell down. Because Laura came by to see Sonny or whatever and let him know that, everything that's going on and how she told Kevin everything. And Sonny wasn't mad about it. He was like, naturally, you're going to tell your husband. But basically, Laura got to play the part. I know it's going to be hard for her to do, taking orders from Sidwell or whatever, but she's going to have to until they can figure out why he came to town in the first place and how to get leverage on him. See, that's why Britt needs to open up her mouth, because I feel like Britt is the key. She has the leverage. She can give them the answers that they need. But for right now, Laura going to have to play it until they can get those answers. And I love how Sonny reminded her. He was like, this ain't the first rodeo for us. He was like, we teamed up before and took down Frank Smith. We could take Sidwell ass down. We just got to come up with a plan. He was like, just do what you do. I definitely feel like if you could take down Frank Smith, you definitely can take down Sidwell, because they have faced bigger enemies than him. So anyway, moving on from that. Drew continues to get on my freaking nerves with his idiotic ass. He is so insufferable. So insufferable. Like, he is such a dickhead. How you gonna come to Alexis' house and just put people out? Like, oh, this is supposed to be a private meeting. Marco said, you dumbass. He was like, you ain't the only client at the firm. Because he don't want Marco there. He don't want Suzanne there, Alexis' assistant. He just wanted to be Alexis, him, and Willow. I'm like, it don't work like that. And during this whole, situation, he just kept trying to tell Alexis how to do her job. I'm like, sir, who has the law license, you or Alexis? Because he's hell bent on bringing up Michael. Alexis was like, you dumbass, don't you dare bring up Michael's name. She was like, don't you dare go to that courtroom in that courthouse and bring that man's name up. She was like, we're not there to prove Michael's guilt. We're there to prove Willow's innocence. That's all we need to do, which is basically create reasonable doubt, show that the police rushed to judgment on the case. That's all they have to do. And he's hell bent on bringing up Michael. Alexis was like, will you just fucking listen for a minute and just do what I'm telling you to do? Like, Drew is such a dummy. And he literally added nothing to it, because when she did the mock trial and asked him what he remembered from that night, he's an idiot. Then trying to act like, oh, he did remember something, but now he don't. I'm like, Drew, either you remember or you don't. But some tell me Willow did shoot him, because she keep making these little funny ass faces. Like, normally that's her facial expression. But she just keep doing it more frequently when they talk about that shooting. So something tell me she had something to do with it, or she was there that night. So Drew, dumbass, finally decides to listen to Alexis and play it her way. I'm like, just do what the hell Alexis is telling you to do. And Willow's pissed because Alexis won't put her on the stand to testify in her own defense. I'm like, because that's the smart thing to do. Why would she put you on the witness stand? Most defense attorneys don't allow their client to take the stand during their own trial. Hell no. Absolutely not. I've seen Diane represent Sonny and Jason so many times she refused to let them sit on the witness stand. No, nothing good comes from that. You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is for a prosecutor to trip you up one good time or to piss you off and you go blurting something out that you ain't had no business blurting. No. Let other people testify on your behalf to speak to your character. That's the smart way to go. They need to start listening to the person in the room with the law license. I'm just saying. Like, this is what y'all hired her for, even though you forced her hand to do it. And that's my thing. It's like Drew basically forced Alexis' hand to represent Willow, so why not just let her do what she do? She's obviously good at what she does. That's why people come to her. Like, Drew is just an idiot. Total idiot. But anyway, I think that's everything in this episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I'll see you all later. Peace.